Hey, what up? What up? We are back again for another review, and today's review is brought to you by Netflix. I was searching on Netflix trying to find something to watch, and I came across this movie. So this is 2011's Warrior. So I actually own this film, and I've seen it several times, but when I was kind of scrolling through Netflix, it kind of brought it back to the forefront, and I was like, yeah, let me check it out again. Always enjoyable to watch it. So this movie is led by Nick Nolte, Tom Hardy, who plays the youngest brother, and Joel Edgerton, who plays the oldest brother, and Nick Nolte is their father. So it is a family that's kind of been strained over the years. The oldest brother is a high school teacher at this point, and he's just really trying to just get by and take care of his family. He doesn't really deal with his dad anymore due to some things that kind of happened in the past that kind of play out throughout the movie. And his brother, played by Tom Hardy, kind of comes back into the picture. So he's a Marine soldier, so he comes back and they don't get along. So the brothers don't get along, but Tom Hardy's character moves back in with his father, Nick Nolte, and he kind of starts training. So there's this big mixed martial arts tournament that's going on for the top middleweights, and through a couple of events, Tom is able to kind of get into the tournament, and Joel's character Brendan is doing whatever he can. He's taking a lot of like bar fights and things like that, and he ends up kind of getting an opportunity when one of the middleweights goes down and gets hurt. He gets an opportunity to kind of join in too. So there's this big tournament, and the top middleweights are fighting, and throughout the tournament we're getting a lot of backstory about the family and some of the things that kind of happen. And as we get down to the final four, and at this point, Tom Hardy's character, Tommy, he's kind of just floating through his opponents. Like he's kind of like a bulldog. He's stocky, he's strong, and he's taking out his opponents pretty quick. Brendan, on the other hand, every fight is a challenge for him, but he gets through. He's got a lot of heart, and in the kind of semifinal, he goes up against Cobra, played by Kurt Angle. For WWE fans, that know who Kurt Angle is. And it's a great fight. Brendan's not expected to win. Like, he's lucky to have gotten that far, but he does, and it kind of sets up our climax. And at this point, outside of the family, no one knows that these two are brothers, and it kind of comes out, right before the fight, that they are brothers, and it becomes a much bigger thing. And the fight is great. The end fight is great. Like it's definitely, it shows the personalities between the two, and it's a clever way how it's done, because you're not really sure who to root for, and that's what kind of pulls at those heartstrings. And the way they kind of play that fight out is perfect in my opinion. They allow both brothers to get that shine. It's been building up. And it was just well executed. And Frank Grillo was in this too. Frank is definitely one of those guys. I watch a lot of his movies too, and it's just, Warrior was a pleasant surprise. Like, I remember seeing it in theaters, and I was just like, man, this was done well. The drama coupled with the mixed martial arts was handled perfectly, and then you got the ending that felt good. It was like a great resolution. So, if you're on Netflix and you need something to watch, and you like MMA films, and but you're looking for some drama to go with it, so it's a great story. It's good pacing, and then you got the mixed martial arts part of it. So check out Warrior. It is definitely one of those ones that you can get into and really feel. Great performances across the board. Nick Nolte, always solid, of course. Tom Hardy, and Joel Edgerton. It's a very, very solid film. Warrior.